I also want to go ahead and say for the record that the entity that brought him in was my Raziel, and I believe originally Mikey Hernandez's Raziel. And it's something to do with Zenu, Satan, the devil, or some shit like that. Some really, really evil shit. And that's what brought this Dan Arcienega Toba in. So go ahead and watch the rest of the video. With these evil ass spirits anymore, man. These evil fucking things, like fucking with your head, fucking with your consciousness, fucking up the vital parts when they get to it. Um, with that being said, I'm trying to get clarification on an issue, and I've been approaching people online trying to figure everything out because I got nothing but evil fucking entities and spirits, compromised, fucking fucked up in the head spirit guides, um, fucked up ass roach attachments that aren't really clear on what's going on the whole issue. And I really don't have a whole lot of fucking help spiritually. You know, I'm just inundated around very tricky, evil, sadistic shit that likes to play around with and fuck with your consciousness. At one point, it was Baron Samedi inside itself. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but they were nowhere near as sadistic as what I'm dealing with. This shit is pure fucking evil coming from the wetbacks. Again, I got an Ingrid Hybrid, a Benavidez, them wetbacks at that Santa birthday shop I've been showing y'all pictures of. And I think I'll go ahead and just show y'all again. From bothering my roommate. Anyways, to make a long story short, I'm trying to get clarification on an issue because what I'm hearing from all this evil shit that's surrounding me and all this compromised shit that's surrounding me, they damn near got to my fucking highest self and I'm fucking with her. Again, these people connect through to roach attachments to attack you. And it's getting very, very severe because it's dealing with like a particular part of my consciousness, a vital aspect that goes all the way it's your childhood, your identity, all of that. And these motherfuckers are taking that and they're fucking with it. And they're fucking with it bad. And they're trying to set up, shit where it's like I get roach attachments of it. And it's like, give me my shit. That's a part of my consciousness. You don't fucking steal that shit. So, anyways, I'm getting word in the spirit plane. I actually heard from all of this shit that I'm surrounded by that supposedly Baron Samedi had his head cut off. And, from what I'm understanding as well, this Dan Arcienega entity, which is actually, in fact, from what I'm now understanding, affixed to the devil, it's supposed to be the devil itself. It's an ancestral spirit that was brought from out of a hell realm. I actually saw it recently. It was saying over and over again, I don't want to do this shit. And I actually saw it physically. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all again where I saw it. I saw it, you know, it was at a bus stop further down by Fig and all of that. No, it was like on Fig and 4th Street and all of that. It was around that area. And so I took a bus, got on the bus, and I noticed that the motherfucker was no longer, he wasn't on the bus. And then inexplicably, when I get to the bus stop at Manchester and Fig, he was suddenly there. And he was an evil entity. I'm going to say something right now. He runs when you hit it with lavender. So you know it's an evil fucking spirit. You know, that's all I'm surrounded by right now. You know, that's why I can't get clarification on an issue right now. This evil shit is fucking with my consciousness. I inexplicably, I found him there. And I'll go ahead and show you the picture of where I found him and how he looks. By these entities, if I release certain information, I'm going to get fucked with even more by these evil motherfuckers. From what I understand, these people. I got an Ingrid Hybrid, a Benavides who watch my videos. Anyways, with that being said, I did something and I was surrounded by my spirit team, which wasn't really shit, to say the least, at the time. You know, seeing in hindsight what's going on spiritually around me. They were looking, and I did an experiment to see what he was. And I noticed that, you know, I felt I got spirit guide energy, but I also got something very malevolent and evil. Something fucking with my consciousness right now. I believe it's him in an effort to make me sound more schizophrenic and to keep me from being able to talk freely about this issue and get closure on it, get clarification and closure. So with that being said, from what I'm learning about this evil entity, it's something that likes to get close to people. And it was able to get in through an Alex Nacimiento. And that was an evil entity that me and my spirit team, in a way, the little bit that I got, had to get rid of because he was an evil motherfucker. It's an energy vampire that likes to go around, steal people, you know, fuck with people, steal people's shit, peel for people shit and all of that, your blessings, spiritual powers. And then if you're trying to get help to be released from a curse, it goes around fucking with those people. Very similar to the young woman who I did a reading for a while back. And a duck-like entity attachment she has affixed to her. So with that being said, from what I'm understanding, this Dan Arcienega entity is an entity. It's supposed to be the devil. And it's supposed to be an entity that is affixed, from what I'm understanding, to an intranquil spirit. And I remember it used devil dust. You have angel dust and you have devil dust. And it had used devil dust. And it had keep using devil dust to fuck with my consciousness and all of that. But anyways, when me and my spirit team saw the original person, we noticed he had no consciousness. And basically what this entity does is it goes around devouring people's consciousnesses and creating chaos from there and causing a lot of problems. It devours your consciousness. I was about to be more clear in my speech. It devours your consciousness as well as your astral body parts until it rolls you, it moves you from out of your body. And from what I understand, it was sent by them people who I showed you at that Santa Muerte shop and that Mikey Hernandez and all of that, as well as these people on the PCH. You know, supposedly they had some people on the PCH who was fucking with them people. and they were going back and forth with these people. And, harassing them people spiritually. I got a Sandifer and all of that. It's supposed to be some evil ass coming on the PCH. And they were fucking with Mikey Hernandez, and to make a long story short, they decided to send that shit my way, supposedly. Like I said, I'm trying best to hold on to the last bit of consciousness that I have, because they keep doing something where they keep fucking with my soul consciousness, which they're not supposed to be doing, snatching that, using roach attachments of Mikey Hernandez and all of that to do that. And, it's just really fucked up how my astral body looks in the spirit plane. It's all torn up, eaten up every single fucking day and night. I have to wake to having something, a body part of mine's stolen in the spirit plane by this evil ass fucking sadistic shit, and having my consciousness get hijacked by this shit. And I'm trying my best to explain what's going on. So anyways, it's an evil sadistic entity that devours your consciousness, becomes it, and then goes on to try to take you over. It's fucking with my soul consciousness right now as I try to talk and explain exactly what's going on. And I'm trying my best not to be controlled by these evil things and people that'll try to manipulate me when I do videos like this by saying, oh, say that, this motherfucker going here. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. I need to say the fucking truth, the whole truth, nothing but the motherfucking truth. So with that being said, these evil things, from what I'm understanding, okay, so what I'm hearing in the spirit plane is that this entity, I'm hearing that, okay, these motherfuckers have been using, from what I'm understanding, the real Baron Samedi. I know I sound crazy when I say that, but it's true. As well as his highest self, as well as an entity attachment of him to fuck with me and fuck with me royally. It was a roach attachment that in part he had placed a long time ago. And they were using it to fuck with me, or making a combination of it and his real self. So anyways, these motherfuckers, it's I'm gonna show you the people that's involved in this shit. Again, use 614 hertz all the way up to 617 hertz, as well as 7,000 hertz. Because they use roach attachments to protect themselves, disguise themselves in the astral plane. But I think that these people work directly under, if I'm not mistaken, the demiurge or the devil or something very, very evil. Quetzalcoatl, I'm not really sure. I know with that you can call on Hecate to rein them in, but they work under something like a Zenu or something that's very, very malevolent. And I'll show you the cast of characters. And I'm just trying to get closure on the issue, because I'm being manipulated by some really, really dark, evil shit, and I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm trying to hold on to as much sanity as I got possible. With that being said, I could physically feel something jumping on my bed right now as I try to talk to y'all about what's going on, and I could see something. Again, I'm around a lot of trickster energy. They'll take, like they did, devour my spirit guy, like that Dan Arcienega entity did, and then use topas of her to fuck with your head. For him, you have to use like a 666 hertz as well as a 432 hertz on that motherfucker. You know, it's some fucked up shit. It's some really, really fucked up shit. And I've had folks, you know, in the spirit plane come to try to help me out. And even they were like, the situation dealing with all this evil shit is just fucked up. And so I've just been trying to figure out ways to get rid of this shit, get this shit off of me, especially this Dan Arcienega. It's the worst of them. Because it's something that, you know, and I physically felt it as well, that will get in and move you from your physical body. And I actually felt that, and will, especially if you're black, kill you in your sleep. Again, it's something that I don't think it has a consciousness of its own. It goes in and it steals people's consciousnesses. Anyways, I was getting different reports about Baron Samedi, that supposedly he was killing people. I mean, not killing people, but supposedly he was working with these people, and that I had to say his real name so that these motherfuckers, primarily from what I've seen in the astral plane and what I keep hearing, as well as from what I saw through my third eye, Venus is a bunch of fucking wetbacks. That's why I'm not a big fan of them fucking people at all. I steer clear as far away from them evil motherfuckers as possible. You know, I had them coming from the spirit plane, you know, earlier today, you know, fucking with my ass. I'm not a big fan of them people for a reason. So anyways, with that being said, I kept having these motherfuckers use this entity attachment, from what I understand, with his permission as well, to fuck with me and to make my life a living hell. And so I never said his name that he had while he was alive. With that being said, in a way, I relented and did drop that. Well, you know, without going into too many details, how do I feel like I'm getting manipulated. I just had something. I keep feeling like invisible fucking hands. I've been feeling this for like 2 fucking years due to this curse. Invisible hands in the astral plane. They do something to open up your consciousness, and even if you try to close it with your spirit team and all of that, they keep on causing it to open up so that they can fuck with you and peel for your shit. Like last night, I had, you know, again, going back to what I was saying, a major part of my consciousness, my timelines, birthday, every fucking thing pulled out. You know, my childhood memories, all of that pulled out of my head. My roach attachments of a Mikey Hernandez, working with a Santa Worthy and all of that shit. Um, his Santa Worthy, who was a very, very sadistic motherfucker, extremely sadistic and racist. And like I said, you know, they get you through alcohol urges as part of this whole thing. And the last time I drunk, which was like many, many months ago, the Alex Nascimento entity, I'm going to go ahead and show you how it looks. Threw me in a blender and fucked up my spirit guide totally so she wouldn't be of any assistance. And they do that to compromise you. And, you know, so with that being said, that's the reason behind why, you know, if you see her and all that, she's fucked up. But I'm gonna say this right now, it's why, you know, during that time they disconnected me from my ancestors. The entity attachment to Baron Samedi, who used to harass me really, really fucking bad, would pull out my consciousness and all of that, you know, did it while I was a sacrifice to him. But nowhere, it wasn't anything as evil as what I'm encountering now, where they make you go through it and they make you feel it and they steal very, very vital parts. It's bad. With that being said, um, from what I'm gathering, you know, these people are using their own Alex Nascimientos with the permission of the major one. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and say it's a very fucked up curse. So with that being said, they wanted me to drop the docs of Baron Samedi, and they had him with permission, from what I understand, from his actual self, to fuck with me and to fuck me up. Because at one point, to get him to stop fucking with me, I dropped his shit, which is probably what them people wanted, and all the shit ceased. I was having my fucking timelines, everything pulled out of my fucking body, kept out of my body, as well as the timeline I lost on August 22nd, 2022. So I just went straight up fucking after him, and I felt like he was part of that whole conspiracy in the spirit plane to keep me down and hold me back and put me under severe curses. I did a video talking about Sendai, and I'm going to put it up tomorrow. But anyways, in that video, I was mentioning how I kept getting different reports about how at the time, Baron Samedi, if I say anything to him, he's going to come over there and fuck them people up. I was told by higher self that was sort of under the control of, I think, an Ingrid hybrid or something. Put this shit on me. They do something where they compromise your spiritual DNA to get in and fuck with your head from there by becoming your higher self, like they did with that Alex Nascimento entity, as well as that Barbara the Roach attachment entity. It was a sacrifice angel who looks a lot like this. I remember the night when that entity, along with an aspect of Ingrid Hybrid, was being put into my crown chakra. Now, with that being said, I keep feeling fucking invisible hands in the astral plane pulling at parts of my consciousness. Now, with that being said, from what I'm understanding, these people were working with him to destroy me. And so, to make a long story short, because I'm spitting the truth from now on, because I need help, and I need spiritual help. I've been cut off from my ancestors. I've been cut off from my the highest selves. I've been cut off from my spirit team. So I need major spiritual help. Use 694 hertz as well as 925 hertz for discernment. I keep hearing fucking entities and shit laughing and all of that. I keep hearing a lot of weird shit, and I feel like I'm about to puke right now all of a sudden. I don't feel right. I'm all of a sudden getting that urge. Like something trying to make me. I believe it's that Dan Arcienega entity. It gets into your consciousness, takes hold, and likes to fuck you up. And like I said, I've been trying to figure out how to get rid of him. And I do remember Baron Samedi having some degree of control over him, if I'm not mistaken. So, that's what ran into my decision to just... So anyways, with that being said, from what I'm hearing in the spirit plane, it sounds like some ridiculous weird shit, but it's physically affecting me, and I don't like it. And it's physically affecting my spirit team. I heard that these people cut off Baron Samedi's head, and that they were intending on fucking my ass up as well, and that they did cut off my head, just like they did that Dan Arcienega entity did to me many months back. It's an evil entity. Again, it's something that's connected to a demon or the devil, and it keeps going in and making my life a living hell. From what I understand, it's an ancestor of Mikey Hernandez's that died in 1986. And there's something evil. I remember it was brought in by my Raziel as well as Mikey Hernandez's Raziel. It had something to do with his Raziel and his consciousness being connected to mine's. And, this is some weird evil shit where they fucking connect your consciousness, connect your soul consciousness to each other, and then allow the other motherfucker to peel from you. It's some very fucked up shit. So anyways, with that being said, from what I understand, this Dan Arcienega entity went in and cut off his head, just like he did to me many, many months back. He cut off Baron Samedi's head. And all I've been trying to fucking do is just get out of this fucking curse. Not just escape it, but get all my shit back. Every time I try, like, I feel invisible hands in the astral plane pulling at my shit, right now as I talk. I'm feeling of Mikey Hernandez and all of that, pulling my shit. And these evil motherfuckers, they'll make topas of an ancestor or somebody that you fucking love and use them to act as a shield to keep you from being able to get to the real fucking people or entities that's doing this shit. That's the thing I hate about this motherfucker. Anyways, interrupt your ability to use frequency to be able to heal and get your shit back and escape it. Baron Samedi, like I was during that time, was doing that to me. So anyways, I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on because I need closure on the issue, because what I'm going through, it may not seem like it visibly has any effect, but it in fact does. And so I'm looking for a need closure. These things are fucking with my roommate. One thing I kept hearing at the start of this curse is don't speak to these evil motherfuckers because they're going to warp and fuck up your consciousness. And that's not something you want. When you lose your consciousness, that actually happened to Phil Collins. His wife put them roach attachments, from what I understand. She was from Haiti, one of them islands. And his ex-wife put that shit on him. That's why the man's in a wheelchair and is incapacitated to this day because his consciousness is all fucked up. With that being said, I'm trying to get closure on the issue because, like I said, I was getting manipulated by some very, very evil ass motherfucking entities. Um, I know these people are a significant component of what's going on. Um, again, I'm trying to get closure. Um, the same people, from what I understand, that put this shit on me. Um, they working with them people, Mikey Hernandez and that Santa birthday shot motherfuckers. I even heard in the spirit plane that supposedly they cavorted together and got together and conspired to steal his and my ancestral money and get him killed or something. So Santa birthday, some weird shit about her taking all our powers, our black collective powers, spiritual powers and energy and all of that, and making me into the next her. But some very, very evil, sadistic, weird shit. But from what I saw, it was an entity. It was actually an entity connected to this Mikey Hernandez Santa birthday. Anyways, it's like I need to escape from these evil ass people. I feel this evil ass entity, this Dan Arcienega entity, tearing out important aspects and parts of my consciousness as I talk. I need clarification, and I'll be willing to pay on the issue to see what's really, really going on. Um, a laser pointer's view of what's going on, an accurate, view, and how to pretty much escape it without losing any aspect of my spirit team. Because, like I said, especially that Dan Arcienega, they've been fucking with that lone child spirit guide I had. She was very constructive and still is as best as she can. They've been stealing her consciousness, fucking her up, keeping her stuck. Um, just they stole a lot of her body. They killed her off in the spirit plane, trying to keep her stuck as a roach attachment and all of that. You can use 710 hertz to change something back to what it was before. With an entity attachment, 114 hertz helps. And, again, use 925 hertz as well as 694 hertz for discernment. I know they've been fucking with people's frequencies and all of that. And fucking with my ability to seek spiritual help in the Batman. And just, it's like a back and forth every night. I get my shit stolen in the middle of the night. Like right now, it's like 1, 2 a.m. in the morning. And then I have to go back and forth with these evil ass motherfuckers to get my shit back. Um, I mean, this is some evil shit that likes to twist around your consciousness and all of that. So, anyways, with that being said, I'm trying to get a perspective outside of myself because they've been fucking with my damn intuition. They've been fucking with, damn near got rid of my fucking connection to God, to my the highest self. That's been compromised, and it just seems like whenever I try to talk about these things, I could literally hear these things in the astral plane conspiring against me and conspiring to fuck with me. And I'll be honest, I kind of saw exactly what was going on a couple of weeks ago. It's their roach attachments connected to them and their higher to higher selves. And like I say, they keep using Baron Samedi, or he keeps getting involved. I don't know what's going on to fuck with me. So I just need clarification. Thank you.